Hey there, it's Kathy, and you know what? Today's video is going to be all about unboxing items from November 2019 that I've tried, and now I'm going to share with you my opinion and impressions. So before we begin, if you're new to my channel, great to have you. Hope you enjoy this video, and don't forget a big thumbs up, and don't forget the subscribe button below in addition to the little bell so that you'll be notified. So last month I got a whole bunch of stuff, and one of them was from Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, and here is the makeup bag I got from it. And believe it or not, I went on vacation and I took this baby and it held so much. It was really convenient. I opened it up and everything was in there. It was really nice, and it's full of all the items that I've tried so far from the last last month's unboxings. And it had a really nice little packet right here, a pouch. So let me tell you, it held up quite well. I was really impressed, and I loved the design on this. And when you zipped it up, it kept really firm. So let's talk about what we got last month, and I'll give you my impressions of it. This is the Alterna Caviar Anti-Aging Restructuring Bond Recovering Leave-In Overnight Serum. Basically, this is for your hair. And I put it on, and it kind of felt like I had, old, conditioner in my hair. I slept overnight. My hair was still a little, greasy kind of. And then I washed it, and you know what? It was okay, but it was just too much of a hassle. It was like a leave-in conditioner, quite honestly. And it's supposed to protect damaged hair for up to 450 degrees, but you leave it in overnight beforehand. So I thought this was just too much for me. Then let's talk about the Ofra highlighter Rodeo Drive. This is something that I am absolutely loving. I love getting it in my bag, and you can tell that I've been using this. Look at that. This is really a nice highlighter. I really enjoy it, and everybody just loves it. Look at this. And just look at that. Just enough of a shine, that's not too over the top, but it's really beautiful. So that was a keeper. Then we have this thing called Hydroveil. It's made in Thailand. It was this little caper here where it had the little spoon, and you open it up and had this weird little gel in it. Well, I tried it, and it felt like I was putting my fingers into Jell-O. And then when I put it on my hand, it really just kind of rolled around. It didn't really absorb into my skin or anything like that. So I really didn't see anything with it, but maybe it was just me and the way I was applying it. But this was not for me. And I also got the smaller version in another bag, so that's why I'm not talking about both. But this is interesting, and this is from Illamisqua. It's ILLAMASUQUA. So that was kind of a fall flat on for me. Then let's talk about the Gigi Gorgeous. I got these in my Ipsy bags. One was in the, I believe in the Deluxe, and the other one was in the Plus. So one of them was the Blush Duo, and the other one was the Bronzer Duo. I really like these. Has a nice mirror. Look at that. I really like this. The dark side was a little bit too much for me, but I just kind of swirled my brush around it, and it came out just fantastic. And I do it for a little contour around my nose and a little bit up here in my jaw. So just enough to give a little contrast. But the big one for me was the Blush Duo. I love this. This one, you had to be very careful. Make sure you didn't use a heavy hand. But this one, I just loved. It just put a little bit of kiss on my skin. Really beautiful. And especially considering how fair I am, this one was way too much. But if you're just do a light, soft touch, you could make this work. So these were keepers for me. Then we had the evening Goggle mask, repair and relax, made with copper, amino acids, hyaluronic acid, and satella. This was kind of strange. It was a mask. One did it, and it had goggles actually. And on the outside of it, it had these little stars and shooting stars, and it was black. And it was nice. I thought it was okay. I really didn't have any positive or negative, but you know, I like facial masks and I use them all the time. But this was interesting. I never had goggle eye mask before, but it was nice, and I haven't tried the daytime version of it yet, but let's keep on going. Then we got here Dose of Colors, and this is in the color, let's see, can't even read it. I think it's Flush or Fairy or something. I don't know what it is. But here's the color of it. Here's the packaging. And then you open it up. And there you are. Nice doe foot. I really like this one. And look at this color. It was just perfect for me. And it's a really nice matte. It dries up. It did really well. The transfer was very minimal. I thought this was something that was a big one for me. Then let's talk about Christopher Robin scrub for right here. This one I fell for. I was just shocked. This one I loved like you would not believe. And I don't know if you can see inside, but I love this one. And let me tell you, it did wonders for my skin. I just adored this. I just washed it. I just put a little water on my face, and I didn't scrub any of the makeup off or any, but I took a little finger swap of this, put it in the palm of my hand, and it felt a little gritty. And then all of a sudden it started foaming up, and the grit came very, very fine. And then I put it on my face, and it just whipped off all that makeup and all that dirt and grime from the day. And it just came off beautifully. And then my skin was just amazing. I just loved it. It was nice and soft. It wasn't dried out. This stuff's incredible. I will definitely get some more of this. And it's a scrub, purifiant, and something. I can't read it. It's just so small. But this thing packed a punch, and I loved it. Then let's go to the next one. Purlisse Blue Lotus Brightening Serum. I like this one. And you know what? It was really beautiful. I would put it on in the morning right after I washed my face, and just kind of let it sit a little bit. And then I would put this on before I put my makeup on. And it really did do some brightening. It was really beautiful. It didn't make you look like you were shining in the dark or anything like that, but it was just enough to give you a little in the morning. So it doesn't look like you were going out for an evening or anything, but it was great for daytime. I like this one. Then we got the from Dr. Brandt, the Hydrobiotic Recovery Sleeping Mask. This one from Dr. Brandt, I love Dr. Brandt. And this one was no other reason why, you know, I just loved this to death. I put it on a clean face right before I went to bed, and it went on very nicely. It was on a little thick, but my skin absorbed it, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Then we got this little lip balm that looked like a macaroon. Doesn't smell anything. I tried to use it, and I just couldn't get it to work for me. It came out clumpy and waxy. I couldn't get it to stay on my lips. It was just not the most comfortable thing in the world. So this one, it was a big pass and big thumbs down for me. Then we're talking about Laneige Water Sleeping Mask. I tried this one as well, and it was nice. It's a little jar. It looks like that inside. And I just take a little bit of it and I put it underneath my eyes right here and just put it right in here. Did wonders. It did nourish, and it did definitely moisturize and helped with my lines. And I don't think that's what it is, but I just really liked the way it worked on my skin, and I didn't have any problems with it. So that was a big thumbs up. Then I have from Contacts a lip, and this is in the color Sweet Emotion. I really like this one, and let me put it on here. It's a nice soft color. It's like the Dose of Color. You could use, I use this one as my base and then use the Dose of Color just on top on my lips. Looks really beautiful. So that one I really liked. Then I have from Kiate, it's a dewy stick, which is basically a highlighter, and it's just a roll up, and you just put it on your skin and just kind of roll it on, and it just gives you a little bit of a shimmer, as you can see right here. And I put just a little bit on for me, and it was okay, but I really don't like rollers. I'd rather, you know, be able to have a little bit more control, so I like a little wispy brush, you know, with my my highlighter. And let me tell you, that makes it to it. But this is okay. If I was into the rollers, I think this would be fabulous. And then, now for last but not least, is the Dr. Brandt Micro Dermabrasion Age Defying Exfoliant Anti-Age. Well, you know what? I did not enjoy this whatsoever. I tried to use it on several occasions. The first time I powered through it. The second time I was going to give it a chance. Maybe I didn't use enough water, but I put this in my hand. I had my face was already moist. I put it in my hand, you know, a little squirt. I rubbed it, and it felt like I had rocks, really rough rocks on my hand. And then I tried to put it on my face, and I feel like I was using sandpaper. This was not for me, and I did not like the way it felt. I did not like the way it worked. It did not perform for me, and I certainly didn't enjoy it. So anyways, those are just some of the items that I used from, you know, November 2019 that I got in boxes, and my thoughts and how they performed for me. I'd appreciate your thoughts below, and let me know how they worked for you. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time. Take care.